Hey everybody, it's Crypto-Anarchist here, and I'm bringing you guys a video on why I think ZeroCoin is going to be top 10 coin. And the reason why I think this is because, as I talked about yesterday, there's a lot of fears revolving around taxes with cryptocurrencies now, and especially something like Bitcoin, which can technically be tracked. And so I think, like I said, if you've made a lot of money with cryptocurrencies, you should definitely be paying your taxes. But if you've only put like $100 into cryptocurrencies, I don't think you should really have to report it just because it's like $100. You don't report $100 transactions to the IRS. Like when you pay the neighbor kid 20 bucks to mow your lawn, uh, you know, 10 times over the summer, you don't report that to the IRS. It's just you don't talk about it because it's only a couple $100. So if you only have a couple $100 in cryptocurrencies, most people don't want to have to take the time to keep all the records for their taxes. And with the new cryptocurrency law that has been passed for 2018 and beyond, it really screws over these small-time cryptocurrency traders. So I think they're going to move over to things like privacy cryptocurrencies, and I think that's going to push I think that's going to push atomic swaps to be introduced into the market. And like I've said before, atomic swaps are going to be a massive thing for privacy cryptocurrencies because it allows any other cryptocurrency, no matter how public that cryptocurrency is, if you transfer it for that privacy cryptocurrency, you can gain the attributes of that privacy cryptocurrency. So if atomic swaps get introduced, you can do atomic swaps probably not between Bitcoin Cash and ZeroCoin because the fees are like $50, or they would be. But you could do it between like Bitcoin Cash. Uh, I, I personally prefer, I guess, the name Cash now, just because I do think that the Bitcoin SegWit people and like having two cryptocurrencies named Bitcoin is a bad thing. A lot of people in the community have started calling Bitcoin Cash just Cash. I think that's a good name to call it, just because it makes things less confusing. But anyways, ZeroCoin and Cash could do atomic swaps on the blockchain, and you'd have all the security features of the blockchain, and the fees would be super low. And then you would also get the privacy features of ZeroCoin added to Bitcoin Cash transactions. You would just have to do an additional transaction. So the fees would be, a couple of cents higher, but they wouldn't be that much higher. But anyways, so yeah, the privacy coins, I think they're just going to do massive here in the future, especially with Bitcoin dominance dying. If Bitcoin Cash comes out with atomic swaps with privacy cryptocurrencies, I think it'll really take off. But that'll also push up things like ZCoin. But again, with something like Bitcoin Cash, you have to use ZCoin in order to get that privacy. And so small-time traders might just sit on ZCoin the full time, and that way they have privacy all the time, and they don't really have to report anything unless they make good gains on the cryptocurrency. And so the next thing I want to really look at here is the roadmap coming out for ZCoin. So the roadmap for ZCoin, some of the stuff has already come out. They've come out with the Z nodes already. The Z nodes are that's the way that they move the bloat off the blockchain. Doing ZeroCoin transactions, the proof for it that proves that it was done and it didn't duplicate any coins. It's actually 25,000 bytes right now. 25 kilobytes right now. So that's actually very large. That's 100 times larger than a Bitcoin transaction. So they moved that onto a separate blockchain that runs on the Z nodes, or that's what they're doing right now. That'll alleviate most of the bloat on the network. The next thing that they're coming out with is the stealth addresses. So, like I said, ZeroCoin is completely private right now, but it's completely private through the sender. So you have to mint the ZeroCoin and then spend the ZeroCoin. Otherwise, you don't have complete privacy if you're receiving that ZeroCoin. However, if you use stealth addresses, what a stealth address does is you give out one public key for a wallet address, but that wallet creates actually a new wallet for each time it gets paid. So that way, no matter what, even if people aren't sending you ZeroCoins, or if they're not minting ZeroCoins when they send you Zcoin, you will still have all the privacy features that you need. So it gives complete privacy to the user, whether sending or receiving the coin. The next thing they're coming out with is the Merkle tree proof for proof of work. The one thing that ZeroCoin does is it actually uses ASIC resistant mining algorithms, and they actually have a reason for this, and the reason is that if you have dominance of mining with ASIC algorithms in a privacy coin, they could potentially like minor dominance can potentially lead to centralization of a coin, and in a privacy coin, centralization is terrible in any sort of way. And so there's a decent reason that Zcoin actually uses ASIC resistant or ASIC resistance. I know the community really likes it, and Zcoin is basically as good of an ASIC resistant coin as you can get. So it's the community likes it. I don't really like it all that much, but Zcoin actually has a reason for it, and that'll be coming out. And Merkle Tree Proof is an ASIC resistant coin that should make it hard for botnets to gain a huge amount of dominance over the network. They've also got things coming with Ethereum. I don't really know exactly what that is. But if we move further on their roadmap, one thing that I actually didn't know until I looked at their roadmap recently was that they were going to do encrypted communication between node peers. So that's one thing that I've been pushing for Zencash, because encrypted communication means that people don't know that you're using the cryptocurrency, and so you're completely protected from any sort of spying whatsoever. I thought Zencash and Verge were the only two cryptocurrencies doing this. So Zcoin doing this makes it actually the it makes it the only cryptocurrency that is uh, has encrypted communication between node peers, that also has zero knowledge and blockchain auditability. So that's three major things. So that makes it completely untraceable. So places like China, if they ever completely try to ban cryptocurrencies, again, this is why I think, like, if China bans cryptocurrencies right now, I think exchanges are banned in China or something. I don't know exactly even if you can buy cryptocurrencies in China, but if they come out with atomic swaps, then something like Zcoin could be used to facilitate purchases of any cryptocurrency whatsoever, because it'd be fully encrypted, because the nodes would be encrypted, your transactions would be encrypted through stealth addresses and through the zero knowledge protocol, and then so you'd have complete privacy, and then with atomic swaps you could use any other cryptocurrency privately within China as well. You'd just be done in sort of a different way. So Zcoin, I did not know this about Zcoin, but the encrypted communication between node peers is massive. It's absolutely massive, and this is so this makes it zero coin like. It makes it very similar to Verge, except Verge is kind of a meme coin to some extent. The technology is not that good. The developers don't seem to be all that great. Zero Coin's like the real deal of Verge, and fully, encrypted communication between your nodes, which should, I believe, offer you basically the same thing as IP address obfuscation, because people won't know what your nodes are saying. Basically, like it's the same thing Zencash is doing. So it's a different type of IP address obfuscation. But anyways, it'll have that, and unlike Verge, which the mining reward on Verge is all fucked up. Zcoin's mining reward is just like Bitcoin's, so we know it's proven. Zcoin's a hybrid thing, which will move the transaction bloat off the blockchain. I think Verge uses ring signatures, which has 25 kilobyte proofs, I believe, which is the same size as Zcoin's proofs for the zero coin protocol, but Zcoin moved that off its main blockchain, eliminating all that bloat, and Verge did not. So Zcoin can scale, exponentially greater than Verge. It's just better than something like Verge in every way, and Verge is way higher. So that's why I think Zcoin is still very undervalued, even though it's increased in value so much so far. The next thing here on their roadmap is the Sigma protocol. The Sigma protocol actually reduces the size of the proofs of zero coin transactions to 1 kilobyte from 25 kilobytes, so that makes it far superior to ring signatures like Verge would be using anyways. Again, I already told you guys that they moved the bloat of the proofs of the zero coin minting. They already moved that off the main blockchain, so you don't have to worry about that on the main blockchain anyways. But it does reduce this size, so running Z nodes will become a lot easier after they come out with the Sigma protocol. The next thing you got to remember too, though, is the Sigma protocol also removes the trusted setup from within Zcoin. Zcoin uses a trusted setup, meaning they had to implement it correctly, otherwise all your information could be compromised. They did this using a very unique RSA challenge way back in the day when like RSAs were first created. They had some sort of challenge to create um, a valid trusted setup, and so Zcoin, I guess, basically they just copied this, and that's their trusted setup right now. So their trusted setup it's far more secure than something that like Zcash did, but removing the trusted setup means you don't have to trust that the developers created it correctly, so that's always good. So Sigma Protocol is very big. It removes bloat and removes the trusted setup. And again, the bloat it removes though is already off the main chain, so that's just good for the Z nodes. The next thing's coming out for ZCoin. I'm not really so sure on exactly what they're doing here. I've heard rumors that they're trying to create some sort of decentralized exchange for the coin, so almost like an eBay-like site or something like that. I don't really know. That's way off in the distant future, but that would be great. But again, these are the reasons why I think ZCoin's really going to take off. It's got, it's got that ASIC resistant. It's got perfect privacy. It has perfect privacy while also retaining perfect blockchain auditability. And again, blockchain auditability, for you guys who haven't heard that term before, that just means you can look at the blockchain and verify that if your transaction has been confirmed, that it's on the network, it's on the blockchain. And so, something like Monero, you can't verify that, but with ZCoin you can, and you still get perfect privacy. And with ZCoin, they're coming out with the encrypted node communication. So with Monero, they can track your IP addresses. With ZCoin, I don't think they should be able to, because they shouldn't know they shouldn't be able to know you're using ZCoin if they do this correctly, or if they're following in the footsteps of what Zencash is doing. I can't tell you specifically. Again, that's coming out later with ZCoin, but and then moving on, ZCoin also it's also got Poorman Insong, who is he was one of the main developers of VertCoin. VertCoin was also another good cryptocurrency. Again, one thing that I thought about ZCoin is ZCoin's like VertCoin, but better in every single way. I don't know exactly what VertCoin's price is right now. I know VertCoin was quite a bit higher than ZCoin for a while, but if you look at ZCoin, I think it's got better ASIC resistance. It's got far better privacy, and then so it just seems like VertCoin, it's got all the attributes of VertCoin, but it's just better. And it's like that for a lot of coins. It's like Verge, but better in every single way. It's like Dash, but better in every single way. So that's really one of the reasons why I think that ZCoin's really going to take off. It's like Monero, but better in every single way. But anyways, that's my thought on that. That's why I think ZCoin's going to be a top 10 coin. I don't know when this will be. I told you guys I'm in ZCoin for the long haul. I haven't sold any ZCoin ever. I started buying it at $15, so I've been doing really well on this one, and I'm going to continue to do well on this one as well. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed this. There will be more videos coming out soon.